Tuvalu is a tiny Pacific island nation made up of coral atolls just barely sitting above the ocean's water level. Its population of just under 10,000 people all live just meters away from crashing waves of the Pacific, surrounded by nothing but beautiful, endless oceans. From breathtaking beaches to palm trees as far as the eye can see, some people may see a paradise, but below the surface there's a crisis at hand. The ocean that makes the land so beautiful and is the very basis for their economy is slowly creeping in and taking away that land. As we all know, water levels are rising across the planet, and using satellite data, scientists are able to tangibly measure exactly how much it has been rising over the past decades. As of last year, 2024, the global average sea level has risen roughly 9.1 centimeters since 1993. That averages out to almost a third of a centimeter each year, but it is accelerating, registering as much as 0.59 centimeters in a single year just a few years ago. This is even more extreme when looking at Tuvalu in particular. Over that same time frame, the sea levels around their country have risen about 15 centimeters, meaning their coastlines are receding 60% faster than the global average over the same time. This is happening to Tuvalu because of where it is geographically placed in the world. As Tuvalu sits in the western Pacific warm pool, one of the hottest, most dramatic areas in the global ocean, it is subject to a lot of harsh conditions like strong winds as well as warm water pileups. This natural phenomenon causes the water in the western Pacific warm pool to rise faster than anywhere else on the planet. Tuvalu is also heavily impacted by the ENSO cycles, which are cycles of either a year or years of high winds and warm water resulting in higher sea levels, or that same time frame could result in low winds and cooler waters, causing a slight decrease in sea levels. Recently, Tuvalu has been experiencing much longer seasons of high waters and high winds, resulting in an exasperated rise of their sea levels. For many of the people living in Tuvalu, rising sea levels aren't a distant thought or problem of the future, but rather a threat putting their daily lives in jeopardy. The high tides can bring in surges of seawaters into people's farmlands, homes, or even clean drinking supplies, contaminating it. Normally, this would force people to move inland, but the biggest problem in Tuvalu is that there is no more inland land. The rising sea levels and increasing powerful storms have been eroding the very little space they have left, just further pushing the problem to a point where if nothing is done, nothing will be able to be done in the future, and these islands can vanish. Tuvalu is more than just a beautiful island. It's a beautiful culture built up by its people over generations. Tuvaluians have been living on their islands for thousands of years, building culture, tradition through community and cultural values. Going all the way back before the Europeans discovered their islands, until today, Tuvaluians are very big on strong family networks and helping and sharing within the community. While losing their islands would not take away their identity or culture, they have spent so long building it that it would not be the same without the place that grew and nurtured these traditions and people. This, however, is not a story of surrender or failure, but rather Tuvalu is fighting back against the ocean. Tuvalu is raising his voice to the world, speaking out against their actions towards global warming and rising sea levels affecting them more than anyone else. They have also been strengthening their coastal defenses so that if and when the water level continues to rise, they will do as little damage as possible. Tuvaluians are strong and can come together to overcome any issue threatening their livelihoods, but they can't do it alone. It takes all of us to impact climate change in a meaningful way, and any one person or even one group of people can't do it on their own.